Hello children, welcome to Measures of Central Tendency part 4. This is the last part of this chapter, okay, and it is a very important part. Here I will explain how to find median and quartiles and interquartile range for group data. Okay, part 3 was for ungrouped and uninterpreted data. Part 4 and the last part is for group data. Okay. First I will go for formulas. Okay. If the number of terms is odd, then all the formulas will be same. Lower quartile, upper quartile and median, all the formulas will be same. Okay. If even, then lower quartile formula will be same as in case of untabulated and ungrouped data. Upper quartile formula will also be same. Okay, but median formula will be different. A slight change. So median is equal to, or Q2 is equal to n. Even means n. Okay, by 2. So this much. In case of ungrouped data and untabulated data, the formula was different. N by 2 term plus n by 2 plus 1 term whole by 2. But here simply n by 2 term. This is the only difference. Remaining everything same. Okay. So let us take an example. I will take even number of terms. Okay. Again I am taking weight and number of students. Okay. Let us take 40 to 50. Okay. Class size will be 10. 40 to 50, 50 to 60, 60 to 70, 70 to 80. Okay. 80 to 90 we can take. Let us take 80 to 90. Okay. I am taking 5 class intervals. Suppose 40 to 50 there are 36 students. Okay. 50 to 60 there are not 36, sorry. There will be less students. 40 to 50. Suppose there will be 20 students. Okay. 50 to 60. Suppose there are 36 students. 60 to 70. Suppose there are 32 students. Okay. 8. 88. Till now we have got 88. Suppose 70 to 80 there are 18 students, suppose. Okay, mainly boys will be there in between 70 to 80. So 88 plus 18 is equal to 16. 106. Okay, ready? Now suppose 80 to 90 there are 14 students, suppose. So if you add all these frequencies, you will get 120. Okay, you will get 120, which is an even number. Okay. So deliberately I have taken an even number. Okay. Now we will find lower quartile, median and upper quartile. N is equal to sigma f, which is equal to 120, which is even. Okay, even then formula will be different. So lower quartile is equal to even then n. Then lower quartile means by 4. N by 4 term. N is 120. 120 by 4 is 30. So 30th term. we have to find the weight of the child who is standing at the 30th position. Okay, 30th position. So we have to find CF, cumulative frequency. So let us find CF. 20 plus 36 is 56. 56 plus 32 is 88. This is 6 106. This is 120. Okay, so these are the cumulative frequencies. Now see, 30th position. 20 means 1 to 20. 56 means 21 to 56. 88 means 57 to 88. 106 means 89 to 106. So 30th child means he will be here. 56, 21 to 56. All these children, the 36 children are here. Their weight is in between 50 and 60. So definitely this 30th child, his weight will be in between 50 and 60. But what would be his exact weight or estimated weight, that we don't know. Randomly we cannot say 50 or 60 or 55. You have to find that weight. Okay. For that reason, we need graph paper here. Okay. We need to draw a graph which is called OG. Okay. OG we have not studied in class 9. In class 9 we have studied about histogram. In class 10 there is OG. Okay. So let us go for OG. I do not have graph paper, so I am drawing here. Try to understand from here. Okay. This is x-axis. This is y-axis. Okay. This is 0 origin. The class interval will be represented along the x-axis. Starting is 40. 50, 60, 70, 80 and 90. We don't need beyond 90. Okay, till 90 we need. So this is weights in kg or class interval. This is class interval. Now see, I have taken in the board, you should take 2 cm. Okay, 2 cm 10 units. 10 units, 10 units, 10 units, 2 cm. Okay, because you are going to get 2 cm by 2 cm graph paper in the board itself. But see, this is 2 cm for 10 units, 2 cm 10, 2 cm 10, but this is 2 cm is equal to 40. So this part is not up to scale. For that reason, you have to keep a zigzag line which is called kink. So this zigzag line represents that 0 to 40 is not up to the scale. Then after that, everything is up to scale. 2 cm 10, 10, 10, 10 like this. Okay. So x-axis over. Now we will go for y-axis. In case of histogram, we represented frequency in the y-axis. But in case of OG, this is for OG. Okay. I am writing here OG. Okay. Or CF curve, cumulative frequency curve. It is called OG or cumulative frequency curve. Okay. That means this graph will be based on cumulative frequency. Histogram is based on frequency, but OG is based on cumulative frequency. Remember this. Now see, the highest cumulative frequency is 120. So I have to choose such a scale so that I will be able to represent 120 along the y-axis. I do not have enough space, so I have to choose a certain scale for this. Suppose 2 cm I am taking. This is 2. 1, 2, 3, 5. This is 6. Okay. So I can take 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 and 120. Choose a scale which so that you will be able to represent till 120 along the y-axis. You can choose 10 units also. 2 cm equal 10. Okay. I do not have enough space, so I took 2 cm equal 20 units. Ready? So this is cm. X-axis for class interval, y-axis for cumulative frequency. Ready? So the outline is over. My formula was OSG. Okay. Outline, scale and graph. Outline is over, as you can see. Now we will go for scale. So right at the top right hand corner, I am writing here, suppose x-axis, y-axis, suppose I am taking 2 cm. Okay. So along the x-axis, what is the scale? 2 cm is equal to 10 units, as you can see. Along the y-axis, what is the scale? 2 cm equal to 20 units. Ready? So outline is over, scale is over. Now we will move to graph. Now how to draw the objective C? Simply we will plot the coordinates like xy coordinate. See the first class interval. Okay, see the first class interval. It is 40 to 50. Take the lower limit. Which is the lower limit? 40 is the lower limit. 50 is the upper limit. These are lower limits. These are upper limits. Take the lower limit of the first class interval, that is 40, and cumulative frequency 0. Okay, 40, 0. So plot the point which coordinates are 40, 0, 40, 0. Okay, so 40, 0 will be this one. 40, 0 means always start from the x-axis. Okay, by taking the lower limit of the first class interval. Then what we will do? Simply you take the upper class limits and their corresponding cumulative frequency. Okay. First of all, lower limit and 0. Always 0. Lower limit and 0. After that, upper limits and cumulative frequency. So now the next point we have to plot which coordinates are 50, 20. Okay, 50, 20. So let us plot the point. My plotting may not be accurate. Okay, 50, 20 means okay. This point is 50, 20. Okay, I am writing here 50, 20. This was 40, 0. This you may write, you may not write. Okay, the coordinates you may write, you may not write. Then the third point, again upper limit and cumulative frequency. So 60, 56. 60, 56. Ready? So this is 60, as you can see 60, 56. This is definitely 50. This will be 55. So I think this will be 60, 56. Ready? Next point, coordinates are 70,88. Upper limit CL 70,88. Okay, so 70,88. This is 70. Let us look at 88. 88. This is 80. This is 100. So this will be 90. So just below 90. Okay, just below 90. So this should be 70,88. Okay, 70,88. My plotting may not be accurate, but your plotting should be accurate because you are going to use graph paper. Next point is 80,106. 80 is very easy. 80 is there. Let us look at 106. This is 100. This is 110, 120. 100, 120 means this is 110. This is 105. So 106 will be just above it. Okay. So let us look at 80,106. 80,106. 80,106. Suppose this is 80,106. Okay. I hope you have understood how to plot. So I am erasing this. Okay. Points are not erased. These coordinates you may write, you may not write. So I am erasing. Ready? The last point, coordinates are 90,120. Okay. So this is 90. As you can see, this is 90. 120 means 120. 120. Suppose this point is 90,120. Okay. So first is 40,0, lower limit and 0, then upper limit and corresponding cumulative frequencies. To plot the points, taking exponential y coordinate. Okay. Now join them. Actually, you should join with free hand without using scale, but your diagram may not be accurate, so you can use scale. Join these points. Ready? So this is the required object. Okay, this graph is the required object. So I hope you have understood how to draw object. Now we will go for lower quartile, median and upper quartile. Suppose I am writing here, I don't have space, I am writing here. Okay, lower quartile is equal to, since it is even, so n, then lower quartile means 1 by 4, so combining these two, n by 4th term, n by 4th term, n is 120, 120 by 4 is 30, so 30th term. So now we look at 30th term. Okay, here we tried to look at, we could not look at. 30th means his weight will be in between 50 and 60, but we want exact value. Okay, so that you can find from the graph. 30th term. This is for frequency, cumulative frequency. So start from the y-axis. Where is 30? This is 30. Okay, as you can see, this is 30. So from this point, draw a line horizontal, means drawing horizontal line, or draw a line parallel to x-axis. Ready? This should be actually dotted line. Okay. From this point 30, draw a horizontal line to meet the origin, to meet the graph. Then the point where it meets the graph, from that point, draw a perpendicular on the x-axis. Now what is the value here? This is 50, this is 60, so this must be 55, this must be 55, so I think this is 53. Okay, so 30th term approximate value is 53 kg. Because you have taken weight, as you can see, you have taken weight. So approximately, we are just estimating that the child who is standing at the 30th position, okay, 30th position, his weight is 53 kg. So this is the lower quadrant, 53 kg. Ready? 53. You may write, you may not write here. I am writing because I will need it later on to find interquartile range. This is lower quadrant. Now we will go for median. Q2. N is given 120. So simply N. So N by 2. Because 1 by 2 for median. So N by 2 term means 120 by 2, that is 68 term. 68th position we have to find. Now look at the table. Look at the table. 60 will be here. 88. 88 means 57 to 88. These children having these positions, 57th position to 88th position, their weight is in between 60 and 70. But what is the exact weight of that 60th child that we cannot find from the table? Okay, we can just say that his weight is in between 60 and 70. But what is his exact weight, that we cannot see. Okay, so we will need graph paper again. So 60th term again cumulative frequency. To start from the y-axis 60. Okay, start from 60. Again do the same. From 60 draw a horizontal line to meet the graph. It should be dotted line. Okay. Then the point where it meets the graph, from that point draw a perpendicular on the x-axis. Perpendicular. This is 60, this is 70, so this is 65. 65. So this must be 63. Okay. So the median weight is 63 kg. Okay. The median weight is 63 kg from the graph paper. Okay. You may get different values because I am not using graph paper. I am just having a rough diagram. Okay. My lines are also not straight. My positions are also not perfect. So I am getting 63. You may get around 64, 65, or I don't know how much you get. Okay. But nearly equal to 63 kg you will get. This is for median. Now we will go for upper quartile. Upper quartile 3n by 4 term. Since even therefore n, since upper quartile means 75% or 3 by 4, so I am adding 3 by 4 means combining 3 by 4 and n, we get 3n by 4th term. So put the value of n, 120. 120 by 4 is 30. 30 into 3 is 90. So 90th term. 90th term. Okay. 90th term is here from the table. So his weight will be in between 70 and 80. But exact weight we cannot find from the table. You have to move to graph paper. So 90th term is here. This is 90. Start from the y-axis. Do the same. use dotted line. Okay, so we are getting this is 75, 70, 80, this is 75, so I feel this is 72. Okay, so the upper quartile is 72 kg. Ready? Now easily we can find interquartile range. Interquartile range is equal to Q3 minus Q1. Interquartile range is equal to Q3 minus Q1, which is equal to Q3 is how much? 72. Thus now we have found. Q1 is how much? 53 we have found. So 72 minus 53 is 19 kg. This is interquartile range, 19 kg. Okay. So this is how to find median, lower quartile, upper quartile and interquartile range in case of group data. Now suppose one or two more questions will be added with this. Suppose the question is like this. Okay, find the number of children. Okay, find the number of children who are overweight. Okay, find the number of children who are overweight. Okay, if the children above 75 kg. Okay, find the number of children who are overweight if the children whose weight is above 75 kg are considered to be overweight. Okay, so the condition is all the children whose weight is above 75 kg are considered to be overweight. So we have to find how many children are overweight in the given classroom, which has 120 students. So let us find that. Okay, so above 75. Again we will need graph because here there is no 75. As you can see 70 to 80. Suppose it would be given as above 70 kg, then we could have easily found above 70 kg means 70 to 80. Okay, above 70 kg, how many students are there? Okay, above 70 kg, 18 and 14 students are there. 70 to 80, 80, 80 to 90, 14. So above 70 kg, how many students are there? 18 plus 14. Ready? Or we can say total number of students is 120. Okay. Below 70, 60 to 70 means what? 60 or above 60, but less than 70. So less than 70, how many students are there? 88. Okay. Less than 70, there are 88 students. So how many students are above 70? 120 minus 88, that is equal to 32 students. So 32 students, their weight is above 70 kg. Now this 70 to 80, 106 means 70 or above 70, but less than 80. Okay. Sorry. This 70 to 80, 106 means there are 106 students. There are 106 students in the classroom whose weight is below 80 kg. Okay. So above 80 kg, how many students will be there? 120 minus 106, which is 40. So there are 14 students in the class whose weight is above 80 kg. Okay. Similarly, suppose I want to find the number of students above 60 kg. Below 60, how many are there? 56. 50 to 60 means 50 or more than 50, but less than 60. Number of students 36. Total number of students below 60 is 56. So below 60 there are 56. So above 60, how many will be there? 120 minus 56. 120 minus 56, that is 64. But our question is above 75. So again we will need graph paper here. But this 75 kg is weight. Okay, means we have to start from x-axis now. For median, lower quartile and upper quartile, you have to start from y-axis. Okay. For such question, you have to start from x-axis. Look at where is 75 kg. This is 75, and you can see this is 75. So from this point, start a line vertical, okay, or parallel to y-axis. Arrow mark will be upwards. See, in the previous case the arrow mark was downwards, now the arrow mark is upwards, means we have started from x-axis upwards. Suppose it is meeting the graph at this point. Now from this point move leftwards, okay, in a horizontal okay. So from this point let us draw a line parallel to the x-axis. Ready? It is not exact. Now the arrow mark will be leftwards. First upwards, then leftwards. Now see where it is connecting the y-axis. This value. Okay. Suppose this is 80, 100, this is 90. So this must be around. This is 90, this is 95. This must be around 97, I think. Okay. So number of children who are overweight. Okay. Number of children who are overweight is 120 minus 97. Number of children who are overweight is not 97. Okay. Number of children who are below 75. Okay. We started from 75. Okay. We reached 97. So there are 97 children in the class whose weight is below 75 kg. But we want above 75 kg. So you have to subtract this 97 from 120. So number of children who are overweight is 120 minus 97, which is equal to 23. Simply do not write 97, it will be wrong. Okay. We want above 75 kg, not below 75 kg. So 23 students are overweight in the class. Now suppose one more question. Find the number of students in the class who are underweight. Now suppose the weight who are the children who are below 48 kg. Okay, the children who are below 48 kg are considered to be underweight. Okay. Now again we will need graph paper for this. Suppose the question would be, what is the number of students who are below 50 kg? Then 20. Okay, below 50 means 20. What is the number of students who are below 60 kg? 56. Direct answer. What is the number of students who are below 70 kg? 88. Okay. But here the question is, what is the number of students who are below 48 kg? Okay. So here we cannot find. We have to move to graph paper. Again, 48 kg is x-axis. Okay. It is represented in the x-axis. So you have to start from x-axis. This is 40, this is 50, this is 45. Okay, approximately I am locating 45, and this is 47.5. This must be 48. Okay, I feel this is 48. 40, 45, 50, this is 48. So start from here. Move upwards just like this. Okay, start from the x-axis. Now from this point, draw a horizontal line parallel to the x-axis. Leftwards, okay, start from x-axis, move to y-axis. Now what is the value? Suppose this is 10, 0, 20, this is 10, this is 15, I think 16. Okay, I think this is 16. So there are 16 students in the class whose weight is below 48 kg. Okay. Okay, there are 16 students in the class whose weight is below 14 kg, so they are underweight children. Okay, the number of children who are underweight is equal to 16. So below means direct answer will get. Okay. Below 50, 20, below 60, 56, below 70, 80, direct answer. Okay, here also direct answer. But more than some value, then you have to subtract from the total value. For example, above 80, how many students are there? Below 80, there are 106 students. So above 80, how many students will be there? 120 minus 106, that is 14 students. Above 60, how many students are there? Below 60, how many students are there? 56 students. So above 60, how many students will be there? 120 minus 56. Because these 56 students are below 60. We need above 60. So above 60 means 120 minus 56, which is 64 students. Okay. So below them you will get direct answer. Above them you should not forget to subtract from the total value sigma. Okay. So you may get a question like this in the board exam. In the pre-board exam also. So this is how to find lower quartile, upper quartile, median, interquartile range for group data. Okay. So I hope you have understood this. Thank you for watching.